Chapter 1. The Scent of Old Paper and Dreams. Anna inhaled deeply. The scent of old paper and leather always comforted her. She loved her job at Between the Pages, the quaint second-hand bookstore on Willow Creek's High Street. Surrounded by stories, she felt most alive. Romance novels were her weakness. Their predictable plots, swoon-worthy heroes, and guaranteed happy endings offered an escape from her own quiet life. She dreamt of a love like the ones she read about. Days turned into weeks, a familiar rhythm of sorting books, serving customers, and losing herself in fictional worlds. The bell above the door chimed, snapping her out of her daydream. A man she'd never seen before stood there, tall with wind-blown hair and eyes that held the stories of 1,000 journeys. Chapter 2. A Wanderer's Tale. Looking for anything specific? Anna asked, her voice softer than intended. The man smiled, a crooked, charming smile. Inspiration, he replied, his gaze sweeping over the shelves. I'm a writer. Thus began Teo's daily visits to Between the Pages. He would settle in a worn armchair by the window, his presence as comforting as a warm cup of tea on a rainy day. He sought her opinion on his stories, their conversations flowing effortlessly from witty banter to heartfelt confessions. Anna found herself opening up to him, sharing her dreams and vulnerabilities. Chapter 3. Ink-Stained Confessions. One sunny afternoon, they decided to visit the annual town fair. The air buzzed with laughter, the aroma of cotton candy and popcorn filling the air. They shared a plate of sugary treats, their hands brushing as they reached for the same candy apple. Theo, inspired by the festive atmosphere, suggested they write a story together, each contributing a sentence in turn. Their story, a whimsical tale of a runaway carousel horse and a mischievous gnome, had them laughing until their sides ached. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the fairground, Theo turned to Anna, his eyes reflecting the twinkling lights. "This," he began, his voice husky with emotion, "this is the happiest I've been in a long time." Chapter 4. A fairy tale ending, perhaps? He reached into his bag, pulling out a worn, leather-bound notebook. Its pages were filled with his familiar, slightly messy handwriting. "This is our story, Anna," he said, his gaze holding hers. Anna's heart pounded against her ribs. Was this it? Was this the grand gesture, the declaration of love she'd always dreamed of? Taking a deep breath, she opened the notebook. The first page held their first conversation, captured in ink. As she read, a smile bloomed on her face. It wasn't a love story, not in the traditional sense. It was a story of friendship, of shared passions and quiet moments of connection. "Theo," she began, her voice trembling slightly. He reached for her hand, his touch sending shivers down her spine. "Don't say anything," he whispered. "Not yet. Just let the story unfold."